What's going on YouTube? Matty here, and today I want to talk about how to not only get lean, but how to stay lean. And the video is going to more talk about staying lean because anyone can get lean, am I right? I mean, put yourself in a caloric deficit for an extended period of time and you'll start to drop body fat and body weight. Now, with that said, how do we manage that? How do we maintain that lean physique or push it to the next level? And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to touch on a few tips. So let's write some stuff down and go over a few key points on how to get lean and stay lean. All right, let's start with something simple. Try changing your eating schedule. Maybe you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, 6 times per day because you were told that will increase your metabolism and help you burn more fat. That's been proven by science over and over again that you don't need to do that. And it might not fit into your schedule. So don't let your food control your lifestyle and your activities. So let's say you're at work and you can't get a break every 2 to 3 hours to eat a meal. Try changing up that feeding window and it may make you feel more comfortable and adhere to the plan a little bit better. Space the meals out, consume bigger meals throughout the day. You'll probably feel more full and you'll also be able to adhere a little bit better because you won't be thinking about food so often. All right, next up, be more flexible. I'm an advocate of flexible dieting, as many other YouTubers are as well. We like to preach to people to avoid food avoidance. Stop labeling foods as clean and dirty, healthy and unhealthy, and just be flexible with it. Now, I'm not saying to follow the if it fits your macros crew who sees how much shit they can actually fit into their macros, because that's not what flexible dieting is. It's about not being so rigid and allowing yourself different types of foods. So with that said, make the majority of your diet consist of micronutrient, whole, minimally processed, nutrient-dense foods. Get your fiber in, eat your fruits and vegetables, and allow yourself 10 to 20% discretionary calories. Allow yourself some chips here and there. Eat a cookie, have a scoop of ice cream. Always remember that celery is not going to get you ripped, just like a scoop of ice cream is not going to get you fat. So be flexible with your food choices. All right, this next one probably looks pretty stupid. Track or don't track your macros. Now, I always advise people, if they are completely new to dieting, to try and learn how to track their macronutrients. Now, you can make healthier choices and still lose weight and get lean, but doing this gives you a variable to adjust. So if you've never tracked macros before, get yourself a cheap food scale, start weighing foods, and get an idea of portion sizes. So tracking macros can help you stay on track. Now, don't track your macros. The reason I threw that in there is because some people become so anal about it, giggity, I said anal, and they get so regimented with it that they feel if they don't track something, they feel like they're guilty or they did something wrong. You shouldn't have to feel like that, especially if you're not a competitive athlete. If you're not being judged on your physique or you don't have to make weight for any specific reason, and you've tracked macros for years and you understand portion sizes, you don't have to do it every single day and weigh out every gram of food. Once you get the hang of it, maybe after 8 or 12 weeks, if you feel like you're comfortable not tracking and you could still reach your goals, then simply don't track anymore. If you enjoy tracking, then keep tracking. All I'm saying is you do have an option. You don't have to track everything you eat in order to look good. Stop rewarding yourself with celebratory foods and cheat meals. I'm not saying you can't have a cheat meal. I'm not saying not to incorporate refeeds. What I'm saying is by rewarding yourself and feeling that you deserve a certain food because you stuck to your diet for a week is an unhealthy relationship with food. That's having some sort of an obsession, and then you're binging on a food that you restricted yourself from eating for an entire week. So in actuality, you might be diminishing some of your progress and setting yourself up for a setback. So you worked hard for an entire week, nailed your macros, busted your ass in the gym, maybe did some cardio that you hate doing, and now you just rewarded yourself because you felt like you deserved it and maybe ate 5, 6, 7,000 calories over your maintenance and just blew all the progress that you worked so hard for. So maybe be a little bit more strategic with how you choose your cheat meals or refeeds. Plan ahead. Maybe set yourself up for the day where you're going to have a meal that you normally wouldn't have. Maybe you want to take your girlfriend or boyfriend out for dinner one night and you want to adjust your macros accordingly. Maybe you want to have a night out with your friends. Plan for that. Don't just stick to your normal macros throughout the day and then realize by the end of the night you only have 6 grams of fat left and you're trying to have a meal at Applebee's and you can't fit it into your macros. Eat less during the day and save some of the macros for later on that night. Planning will definitely help you stick to the plan. Or as far as planning, maybe prepare some food in bulk. A lot of times people stray off of their diet because they come up with excuses of, I didn't have a meal, or I didn't have anything packed for lunch at school or work, so I had to stop at the McDonald's drive-thru and get a Big Mac because the salad was too expensive. All right, last but certainly not least, and probably one of the most important things on the list is get rid of the guilt. You guys all know the guilt I'm talking about. You went out with a couple of your friends, you ate something that was high in sodium, you woke up the next morning, felt bloated, held some water, stepped on the scale, you were up a couple of pounds. So you go to the gym and do an hour and a half on the elliptical to reverse some of the damage, and you slash your calories in half the following day. That's an unhealthy relationship with food. I say this because I've been through it before, and I've worked with clients who have gone through it, and I see it every day on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. It's all over the place. People are so fixated on healthy eating, they develop this unhealthy relationship with food, and they confuse dedication and obsession. So dedication to your meal plan is fine. If you want to stick to that and you're happy doing so and it's not making you miserable, more power to you. But when you obsess over it and it starts to affect your social life, family, friends, and relationships, it's a problem that needs to be addressed. So stop feeling guilty over it. If someone gives you a cookie and you eat it, be happy that you only ate one. That's self-control. Don't feel guilty the rest of the day. Think about it all day long. Think about what you're going to eat next. Stop letting food control you. You're in control. So that's why these all tie into one another. You feel guilty because you ate a cheat meal, but if you were flexible dieting, you wouldn't be restricting these foods. You'd be able to consume them every day in moderation. So these are just a few key points I wanted to touch on. These are not the concrete things that will get you lean and help you stay lean, but things that I thought were important. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and show your support. I appreciate it as always, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.